we're going to have an interview about menopause. And I'm just curious what your name is.
My name is Marjon.
Marjon. Well, it's so nice to have you here. And I just want to ask you a few questions about menopause. Can you tell me something about your age?
I'm 45.
45.
Yeah.
And are you already in the menopause?
Yes, I am. And the premenopause, of course, I haven't really gone through yet. And in that sense, it's also kind of, I don't really talk about it that often. I mean, in an intimate group, but to be interviewed about it is, do I want the world to actually know this? And I think it's so close, it's being a female, it's about my femininity to also go through a menopause. So I decided to indeed, when you asked me whether you could interview me, to do that, because I think it's important that we talk more about it, because it's quite an intense period in a woman's life.
Well, thank you so much for mentioning that, and also for telling me your age, and that it's possible to be already in this time period, like 45, to be in the menopause. So many women and men are thinking that menopause starts around 50, but, well, that is not true. And also that you shared to tell me or us that it's still kind of a taboo to speak about menopause and premenopause. I think it's very, very important to share this with other women and men, of course, because for men it's also important to know the different stages a woman is going through. Well, I just want to mention one thing, because I work with breath, and I know Marjon is also working with breath. So I like to ask you what breath work is doing for you during this time in your life.
I think it's about 7-8 years ago that I started monitoring my monthly cycle and all my moods in my monthly cycle as well, and it brought so much recognition to all the different days that I go through. And I often thought I was just in a bad mood, or I was really very grumpy or what have you. The days that I can't really plan anything, that already looking at my agenda is giving me a lot of stress. And when I started monitoring that more in the monthly cycle, I realized how much that is related to how my hormones actually flow through my body. And by doing that, I also started noticing that those periods got much stronger. They didn't necessarily last longer, but the emotions that I had throughout the month got much stronger. And breath work helps a lot to build up my own embodiment so that it's easier to be with those different emotions, and that I can actually literally maybe even breathe through, and I'm much more accepting to whatever is happening in my life in relation to the menopause and the different phases that actually goes through as well.
Thank you for saying that. Is it also for you that while you're doing this breath work during your menopause, that you have the feeling that the menopause is less intense, or that you're going through it more fast or faster?
I don't know, because I don't know how long I still have to go before I really actually move through it entirely. I think it is easier because I can be with my emotions and I can help them, and I can adjust my daily life to it. Or if I notice that I'm really grumpy, or I'm really in my agenda planning stress days, that I just can let it be much easier than I could before. And and breathwork really helps me to build up that container for myself. It's hard to say, I don't know what I can still expect. So if this is it, I'm very grateful. And I do believe that a strong menopause is also a sign that there's a lot of work that we as women need to do.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
But it's me being in this one body, living this one life, and I can't say that, I can't really generalize that to like a whole female population. But there is a lot to our emotional state and how the hormones actually go through our body, and the menopause and how we deal with that. Yeah. So I'm still thinking like, it's quite okay till now.
Yeah.
Which is about, I think now 5 years altogether. Yeah. That I have the first signs to, where I'm at now, so it may take another 3 to 5 years, I think. But
we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know, because they say the menopause really starts. You can say I'm in the menopause when you are not having your menstruations anymore for 1 year.
Yeah, that's also like the pre-menopause.
Yeah. So Marjon, well, thank you so much for sharing this with me. And I really mean from my heart that I wish for you that this is what it is. That your menopause, by doing the breath work and the body work that you're doing, that this is, that you go through it like you're going through it now. And thank you so much for sharing this with me. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.